video is going to show you solo Grandmaster Conquest 440 power mission, the Whisper, and showing you what build I used for it, etc. I recommend, for power level recommendation, get close to 400 power before attempting to solo this, or do it in an LFG team. But this video is going to be focusing on the solo for this mission, this Conquest mission that is. So let's go over the challenge modifiers and the build I used. Okay, so we'll go over the challenge modifiers first. So I'm going to come over to Seasonal Hub. It is a fixed mission. You cannot change the modifiers. They are designed like this. 440 power, as I just said. Let's see what it's got. So these are always on. We've got no radar, limited revives, equipment locked, and avant-garde. So you've got equipment locked and avant-garde, and glass cannon. Glass cannon, the player with the greatest number of foul blows during activity takes more incoming damage. That will mean when you solo this, glass cannon will be on all of the time of this mission. Doesn't sound as bad as what it was actually. Scourge 3, combats with Banes are encountered more often. Galvanize 2, combatants are harder to stun. Champions in this are Overload and Unstoppable. Hot Step is on. I never find this mod to be difficult ever. I don't even know what it does. I always use this mod. It doesn't do anything, but it's on. Or shall we say, it doesn't challenge you in any significant way. Take an Epitaph. Taking combatants generate Blight, Geysers. And the Banes are Screebers and Avalanche. Those are the Banes. Okay, so that's the challenge modifiers. Now we'll go on to the build itself. So Warlock mains can stand up. Stand up, Warlock mains. Not you, Hunter mains. You just need to remain seated. It's going to be a few days before I go onto Hunter. We've come off Titan to come onto Warlock, as I made that decision once getting to 400 power to switch class and start farming up some armor on my alts. And that's exactly what I did. Now I'm going to do a solo subclass on Warlock with the exotic gauntlets, you know, here, because they're brand new. And these exotics have gotten bashed, but they're fantastic. You will see exactly how good they are and how you can stun lock bosses with these exotic gauntlets when you build into them. I do not have a full armor set on Warlock yet. I'm going for high class ability and high weapons. The reasons are, well, with a high weapon start, I get a 15% damage bonus with some extra enhanced benefits once you go over 100, but I've went for 100 start. And I've got a high class start because you get an overshield when you use your class ability. This is OP with Unoia. It's absolutely OP. There's a playback loop here if you spec into high class ability start on a solo Warlock. Weapons wise, I'm using Mint Retrogig's best special weapon in the game. Now I'm using this weapon here. This is your end game primary all day. Solo primary, fantastic. Burning Ambition works perfectly. You will stun lock bosses. They basically won't be able to hit you if you use weapons like this. Heal Clip always goes on for solo GM anything when you're using a solo primary. So this weapon's insane. It's really good, honestly. And I'm pairing it with an Edge of Fate exotic, Finality's Augur. I wanted to do Dragon's Breath, but I can't because it's an Edge of Fate exotic. But to be honest with you, Finality's Augur does similar things to what Dragon's Breath does anyways. And it's Edge of Fate featured, so I figured I would do this to add to all my Solar Scorch that's going on. Because this is what this is. A solar Scorch build. I'm using Song of Flame, Phoenix Dive, Celestial Fire, Solar Nade, Touch of Flame, Helion, Fragments Wars, Solace, Ashes, Torches, Singeing. There's no need for Ember of Empyrean in this build. You might think there is, but there isn't. There's actually really no need for it. Ember of Singeing substitutes that for me. And I love it. It's a fantastic fragment when paired with Unoia and Phoenix Dive for lots of Helions, basically. Pairing that obviously with Finality's Augur's turret, because it makes an extra turret, doesn't it? So, armor mods, like I say, there's nothing really too fancy with it, because I haven't got a full armor set yet going. But don't get me wrong, the build's fantastic still. Here's the artifact mods. The main picks are Fever and Chill. You'll get Radiant with your solar weapons. Radiant Shrapnel's OP and Shield Crush is OP as well. Elemental Days does work in this, because we are doing what it says, and it is significant, this mod, for champions. Other than that, there's nothing else that's really helping me, other than Overload Auto. That must go on. This auto rifle is unique because it can stun Overload champions and Unstoppable champions. This will stun 2 different types of champions, this auto rifle. It's unreal how good it is. But anyways, that was the build. This is? I had a 2-set bonus on for Bushido. That's literally that's as much as I can tell you about it. Oh, and prioritize at least tier 6, tier 7 health minimum. That's the sweet spot. You don't really need much health. Even when you're 40 or 50 power under, tier 6 health or even tier 7 health is enough. You really don't need to spec too much health like we thought we might need to. So you would never, I don't foresee a time when we need 200 health builds and stuff. Right now, as I'm playing it, I'm doing tier 7 health stat with a stat of 2 stats of my chosen needs. For this, chosen stat is class and weapons, like I said. So in an ideal world, I would like 200 class, 200 weapons, and tier 7 health. And that's all I would really want for this build. But anyways, that was the build information. So as we start the run, we want to make our way to the Blight and the first unstop. And we'll show you a bit of playback loop of this build in action with Eunoia and stun locking champs, bosses, and stuff like that. So you make your way up here, and I'm going to get a good Sullenade down, some Scorch, and a turret. I'm going to make a turret, and then I'm just going to melt this unstop down, just to show you the sort of damage I'm doing to these 440 champions. I'm 40 power under, which the damage I'm doing is fine, actually. But look at what we're able to do with it. We have a lot of control over unstops. So what it looks like with the ignition rework for Edge of Fate is that ignitions look to be fine. I've been playing solo Warlock today and yesterday, and I can tell you that the ignitions, because they reworked it all, didn't they? It's fine. It's probably more than fine. It's really good. You're gonna foresee a little bit of solo meta coming up with the artifact mods and stuff. You're going to see a lot of people soloing with some solo weapons, maybe a couple of stasis weapons and stuff like that because of the artifact mods. Okay, so we're going to make our way through this jump puzzle. Zol has just said, I am alone. Does Zol not know the challenge card is me just soloing it now? He didn't go to school, Zol did. He can't have done. Obvious I'm on my own. It's a solo. Solo means 1. He didn't go, whatever establishment he went to, he didn't go to it, did he? He had days off. Of course, we're on our own. Make your way through the puzzle. Now, I'm not skipping it. I know you're going to say skip it. I don't want to skip it. I haven't got the build on to skip it. I've skipped this jumper maze many times over the years, and in this run, I'm not. I'm just going through it. That's what I'm doing. That's what it is. Somebody who's looking to do this won't know how to skip it anyways. I assume you can still skip the jumping puzzle. I doubt that they've added no like joining allies, no turn back zones. I doubt it. I would foresee that you probably still can skip this jump puzzle. But I'm going the regular route for the video, alright? So you can see right hand side combat fatigue. That's the glass cannon. Because I am solo, like Zol plainly pointed out, that means glass cannon is active. And to be honest with you, I barely noticed this mod. I would think it might be bugged. Someone said that it was bugged and it doesn't work. As in, you don't take more damage from enemies. And it seems that way. I don't know. I haven't had time to test, because what's more important is just doing the run and get the video out. That's what's more important than testing this damn glass cannon mod. All I can say is, when you do it solo, you don't feel like it. What I would say is, though, if you're 50 power levels under, so the mission's 440, right? So if you're, a little bit, let's say 390. If you're 390 in power, you're going to find the ads do it quite hard at that. But at 400 power, they hit reasonably well against you, but not hard enough where it's like, oh, I might die all the time. It might have been because my build was so good. This build is foolproof. I haven't even got the right stats on and it's foolproof. You'll see how damn good it is. For survivability, it's insane. Solar has now been buffed. Solar, to me, is now stronger on all classes than it was last season. I mean, I don't know about Solar Hunter. I mean, Solar Hunter, no. But I haven't played Hunter once. Most Hunter mains will be on Prismatic, of course. Solar Titan, you'll be pleasantly surprised, is strong. The mini hammer's up for debate, but the super itself is strong. Solar Titan supers are strong. I tested that yesterday. Anyways, we've had the jumping puzzle done. That's that bit done. First combat section. So you need to dial in what you're doing, I would say. So we're going to go in right hand side and I'm going to use Retrograde to take out the snipers. Look at I get hit hard by these taken balls for sure. But the goal is to take out the 2 snipers. Look, it's worth the ammo. Get rid of the 2 snipers and then we can start working on the overload at the top. So look at the stun. Look at the stun with the auto. Now we're going to go in with Ynoia and auto rifle. Look at this melt. That's really good. For just auto rifle and Helion damage, not even doing any special weapon, not even doing heavy weapon damage, that's strong. This auto rifle is an endgame auto rifle that you want with this roll. Hail clip definitely. I know that it comes with incandescent and burning ambition, I think, but you'd be better off using a hail clip for those clutch moments. You definitely want hail clip on for clutch moments, and you want burning ambition because burning ambition is better than incandescent. Burning ambition is the new solar single target damage perk that you want. It is meta. Make sure you get it. It's not just me using it. You need to go and get the auto rifle. I'm telling you it. So we make a turret there. We're going to subscribe. We're going to rune subscribe, whatever that perk's called. We're going to locate it on those ads because you can do that with the weapon. You can make a turret, then target where you want it to go. So you just relocate the turret to where it wants to focus the ads. So look at this. We're just getting rid of these vandals. They're skulled vandals. They hit relatively hard, but you can see that I'm face planting them with the auto rifle and surviving relatively easy. Maybe because they're quite stun locked quite often. That's what I've noticed with Helion now. It's stun locking enemies and bosses much more than what it did last season. Helion, after this Edge of Fate buff, Helion is now buffed all round because of what's going on. Make a turret. I need a super. Unfortunately, I don't have my super, and my strat is to have a super for this bit, and I don't have it, but I'm about to get it. So what you want to do is go right down this cave here, and you can fight. There's 2 unstops. It's quite hard. You do want to, I would say, have a super for this bit. It's going to be a little bit annoying in this little cavern with 2 unstops. But the auto rifle can stun unstops and control them. Helion stuns unstops. Solar verbs stun unstops. Still, that has not been changed. If anything, it's been buffed. Look at this. Look at the control we're doing with all this. Because of all the scorch stacks, it keeps stun locking them and keeps stunning them. Unstop wise. Right, 2 unstops are dead. Then we'll go for the Solar Knight. Get rid of the Solar Knight as soon as. Solar Knight is annoying. Then once we've done that, I'm going to get rid of the unstop. I'm going to make a turret. I'm going to relocate my cannon on my turret onto him. And then look at this damage here. That's really good damage for just turret and a solar auto rifle like that. We burn an ambition, just melting unstops. Look at how good this is. And I've got my Helion. Pay attention to how much class ability I get in this. I just keep getting it back over and over. Honestly, I would like to say it's about a 10-second cooldown because of this. And I'm not even running 200 class ability. I'm running 159. So this playback loop is there. It's incredibly strong, this. I know that Prismatic Warlock's strong, and a lot of people are saying they're using Getaway Ice builds and Rhymecoat Rhymer builds. And I know about that. And that is strong, and that's got Devoured and all that stuff. But this is very strong as well. I can foresee this build being very strong in a lot of things because you can face plant everything. It's so strong. It's shocked me how strong this is. I come on Warlock today thinking, I'll have a goodish time. I didn't think it'd be this strong. This is simulating Arc Bolt Charge Titan gameplay, but in a solar way rather than an arc way. As in, it's got your single target damage, it's got your ad clear, it's got your survivability, it's got it all wrapped into one. And I haven't even invested into tier 4 armor yet, or got tier 4 armor on my Warlock yet. As in a full set, as in full decked out on what stats I want. I'm a bit off that yet, but that's what I'm saying. If it's already OP now, then what's it going to be like at tier 5 armor? Think about it. What's it going to be like then? Watch this, double unstops. They spawn after the second sniper is killed, so I get a solar turret down, yeah, and then we're just going to control. Watch the control of these two unstops like this. Left and right, just keep stirring them up. Look at the control. That's so good. First unstop's finishable, second unstop's nearly finishable. Look at this auto rifle. It's nasty, this auto rifle. It's not off meta, it's meta. I've said it. I've called it just now. This auto rifle's meta. Make sure you check you've got it. But you need the role. You can't just say, oh, can I use this trait? No, you can't. You can use the traits I've told you what to use. And until you get the traits, keep farming it. But you'll get it regularly from... You should be rolling in them roles. If you farm solo ops, you should be rolling. Because that's where it comes from. Well, it comes from fireteam ops as well, to be fair. Right, for all enemies, I'm going to get a turret in mid and just scorch them all to stop them from multiplying. We're getting hit, I wouldn't say hard at all, look. And we've got glass cannon on. So we're doing really well. We're heel clipping with the auto. We've got this, we've got that, we've got turret. I'm going to pick up some ammo before I drop down. Now I'm going to show you something. Because this chest is technically farmable if you keep the checkpoint for Conquest Grandmaster. Watch this, watch this. Oh, it's not this run. I've scammed you. The run before this, I got a tier 4 drop. I swear to you. I got a tier 4 drop out of that chest, and I've farmed that chest 2 or 3 times. I don't know the situation, because obviously if you do it, that's it. You won't get the loot. But I did get tier 4 armor from it on the run before this, because I'm not going to be... I'll explain what happens at the end. You're confused right now, but just keep watching. I'll explain it when it comes up. Right, so we're going to keep dodging here and keep scorching everything. Yeah, overshield as well, take note. That's half of overshield, which half of an overshield's strong. Even just half of one. Because that's what you get if you're about 150 stat class ability, well, you get half overshield. If it's 180, you get 3/4. If it's 200, it's full. That's how it works. That's how that mechanic works. Got a Cascade Bane in middle. Look at the auto just melting with you know here. Remember, the further you stand back, the more damage Helion's turret does. It's doing good damage, this. Yeah, it's doing really good. So I foresee a Unoia build being meta. I also know that Protocol's pretty nasty at the minute, and I'm not saying that this is better than Protocol, but I'm saying that this is fantastic, and I'm allowed to say that, aren't I? Unstopping middle. Waste all ammo as well. You can waste your super and all your ammo. I'm just showing you the damage I'm doing here with the auto and the turret and everything. We're having 3 sources of Scorch there. That's insane. Right, banner goes in. You fill back up on ammo. I'm going to opt to do 2 of the bosses, not 3. I'll take the middle captain guy with the walls and the centurion. So I'm going to get a turret up in middle. Then I'll aggro the turret on one of the bosses. And then super goes in. Look at this. Look at what we tank. Let's see what we can tank. I actually get quite weak here. But look at that overshield. Boom. Overshield goes in. Then the damage. Look at the damage we're doing. That's really good damage for this difficulty, it is. And we cleared out some of the ads. Go to right-hand side cavern, not left. There is a massive distinction between the two. Do not go left-hand side cavern. You're going to get stuck and soft-locked in there. Not soft-locked, but pressurized by the ads. That's what I'm on about. This side that I'm on, you can stun-lock bosses from easier. Watch it. Just watch the gameplay and you will see it. I'm going to aggro this boss over to this backside map. Centurion will hang out in middle, but the guy with the walls won't. He likes to push. That's fine. Let's have him push. Mecha turret up in middle. Aggro on the boss. and then just watch what we do here with the control of the stun lock on bosses. Watch this. So this boss can't really do... Look, he's trying to send walls and he can't. He's trying to send walls. Look, another Helion. Get that Helion up. Helion's still up, and I've got my Helion to use again, and I can use it. I'm going to make another turret and commit to this boss and kill him. There we go. That's boss 1 killed. I could have spawned all 3 bosses up if I wanted, to be honest. I could have. But if you're really under level, don't do that. Do 1 boss at a time. You can spawn 1 boss at a time if you want to do it like that. Right, now what we're going to do is more control for the Centurion boss. I'm getting really weak, yeah, I am, but I've got a backup. I've got a backup Phoenix dive at all times when I really need it. Yeah, like just pay attention to that class ability stat. And like I said, we're standing further back so that the Unoya Helion does a bit more damage for us. Yep, do another one. We're doing some nice damage. There's a Centurion somewhere. Now, this is advanced information, but each enemy type has his underlings. So this Centurion boss has mini Centurions. They will despawn according to the according to the boss that you've killed. So if there's any Centurions left alive, as in mini ones, they will despawn along with the boss. The same goes for the captain. There'll be solo captains with him. They will despawn along with him when you kill him. And for the other guy, whatever the other boss is, a solar knight or something. But he has minotaurs with him, I think, or something. Oh no, he has wizards. That's it. He has wizards. And if you kill him earlier, all wizards will despawn on that map. That's just a little bit of a tip for you, an extra tip. Look at the stun lock. Look at the stun lock on him. He keeps waving his arms about. Look. It's nasty, that man. Nasty. And yeah, we're going to get weak. So this is a sustained damage build where you can face plank a boss and just melt them over and over like this. I love this. This is really good. I think I'm going to invest into Unoya first, and then I'm going to go a bit of so what you need to understand right now, we're in a bit of a problem where you're going to need different armor sets for different jobs. So you're going to need a grenade build for protocol. You're going to need a class ability build for Unoya with weapon stat. And you're going to need to go through it like that. So you're going to need to take time and patience between. And you're going to have to commit to each build as you go along. The main goal for you is to commit to something. I know some people have committed to Prismatic Lock, which I will as well. I'll need a Prismatic Lock build for Getaway Artist. But it won't be too bad of a problem. Because what you need to realise, everybody, is Shield Crush is up. Don't worry too much about grenade builds because Shield Crush will carry you in the meantime. Do you understand it? The artifact mod this season gives you enhanced grenade energy. Look, tier 4 behind me. Look at that. That is a light blue engram tier 4. So, I mean, I don't know. I would have to test this. But if you keep the checkpoint for this GM and you just kill ads, I wonder what the drop rates are from to get a tier 4 weapon or armor piece from an enemy, because they can randomly drop. I got 2 today. 2 tier 4 pieces I got from this, which it does pique my interest, but how much farming I'm going to do on this mission, I don't know. So yeah, you can keep checkpoint, and I'm going to go through why I did that, and you need to pay attention to it. As I get, how many minutes I've got left? 3 minutes left. I'll explain it as we go along. Okay, super now. I'm going to get rid of this boss. Wizards are up, but I've got a super. Yeah. I'm just going to finish this boss. I'm going to save a bit of special though, because final phase, it is beneficial if I have 3 or 4 shots minimum, just for the wizards. I don't even need special for the boss, although it's helpful if I did, but it's the wizards that I need to prioritize. So final boss spawns in. It's an ogre. Use your pillars. Get rid of your wizards first. Left and right, look. Then, what you're going to do is use your pillars in middle. Be aware, though, that there's going to be taken goop on the floor and you're going to have to move off the map. Just be careful the boss doesn't bump you off map, though. If you stand up top. So, this is where I'm going to make a turret. I'm going to do a Helion turret. And I'm going to do bait and switch. But I haven't mentioned you proc bait and switch by just doing damage with your primary. and your special weapon, and you will proc bait and switch with the turret. The turret counts for that. But that's common knowledge. That is common knowledge, to be fair. It is. And what we're going to do is just keep doing sustained damage with the auto rifle, scorching them, and with the solar turret, and just keep doing this over and over like that. I didn't get booped off the map there, so I'm like, yeah, I'm not standing there. I'll stand on this side instead later. Because that's the strat. When all the thrall come at you, to avoid the thrall, just stand up high. The thrall can't get to you. I'll show you in a minute. I'll make another turret because I may as well. I've got ammo to burn. It's 3 ammo per turret, so I've got 2 more turrets. So I may as well use one and justify it. I get weak. Well, I'm half HP, but I've always got a Phoenix Dive in reserve. That's the playback loop of this build. That's why it's so incredible. I can't see this build not being good for anything in the game at all right now. I can't see anywhere where you would say, would you use this for this or that? Yeah, I would use it for every single thing in the game, actually. There's nothing I can think of right now where this would be bad. And that means, to me, this is a good build to invest into long term. It is. Because it's good for everything. So if it's good for everything, you may as well. Right, I'm going to keep CP so that I can solo this on a Titan and a Hunter. I'm not going to complete. So I'm not going to get my loot. Look at what the sacrifices that I'm making for you. I'm going to sacrifice it to the Vex Fluid, and I'm going to go to orbit, and I'm going to leave the boss 10% HP. So you can see I can kill the boss right now. Look, I am free to kill him, but I'm not going to. For sciences, because I don't want to. I'm not losing my checkpoint for nothing. We'll hold it up for ransom for $20,000. I'll sell it on eBay. That was the Solo GM for the Whisper. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you.